that the whole world was hearing. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
This is the entertainment.
What them say? Up to the buzz. We don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz. Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So bout it. Dig it well.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight. And now.
Yes, sir. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. I want to say big up to our sponsor, big up to Thoma Vibes, distributors of Trangback Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back for make the attack.
We also want you to follow us on our social media pages. We want to say a very special good evening to everyone who's locked in, wherever in the world you are. Instagram, IRIFM_JA. Twitter, IRI_FM. And join us on Facebook at just IRIFM. And of course, we have a wonderful, wonderful show tonight. We're feeling good,
Yes.
We're feeling happy, we're feeling chipper, we're feeling stratospheric, if that's a word. Good morning.
How you doing, pal?
Okay.
I know the feeling when you wear those shirts, you know.
You know, the swag have to buckle a little bit.
Yeah.
Not because the iPhone 12 is shocking on my camera, but other than that. All right. So,
Sure.
now no button can't talk to you. So you go. Everything.
But we have like an interesting show as per usual, like you mentioned.
Yeah, we do. And of course, we want to get into some of these hot topics that are happening. Of course, condolences to Taurus Riley. Taurus Riley's sister apparently had a massive heart attack recently, and I think his entire family is just in a state of shock and mourning. So we wanted to say condolences to Taurus Riley. He was speaking exclusively with us, Singy. DJ said that his younger sister, Jaffa Joy Riley, suffered a massive heart attack and died over the weekend. He said his entire family is grieving and in preparation mode to send her off. The entertainer said in the first post he made after regaining access to his Instagram page, because obviously his Instagram page was compromised.
Hacked.
And of course, the first thing was a tribute to his younger sister Jaffa and the beautiful soul that she was. On his Instagram page, he shared pictures of her in happier times. Ramesh, Major, Ibamar, Razor B, Bambino, and Natel left messages of condolences in the comment section of the post. So, Taurus, my brother.
Our condolences, definitely.
Hold strong. It's not easy.
And I know it's easier said than done, Bones, you know, so we can only imagine what he's going through.
You know, to be honest with you, I used to do that. Like when I hear people lose family members, I would look at them straight and I said, I don't know what you're going through. I can't relate because I don't know what you're feeling, and I don't know. All I can say is from the bottom of my heart or from our sincerest condolences to the family. But I never try to relate because I can't. It is something that is exclusive to them, that feeling of sadness that they have.
It is, and what I can tell you, you know, illness hits different from murder. If it's a situation where you have a loved one who has been murdered.
It's even worse.
So I can't speak in that perspective just to say, you know, stay strong. You hear it all the time, but you really have to say, you know, it's easier said than done.
It is.
And
it is.
yeah.
It is
so
difficult.
it's rough. It is.
Taurus.
Now also go ahead.
I was just sending a message to Taurus to say, hold strong. don't let this cut your spirit. I think this should inspire you even more now to put out the best music you can in honor of your younger siblings. Yeah. So big up yourself, Taurus Riley. Hold strong. You were saying.
Absolutely. No. Also in the hot topics, I'm sure you've heard by now that Uber is in Jamaica, and they're saying that they're looking forward, to serving Jamaica and Jamaicans and also the tourist population. Now, new information according to the Transport Authority, Uber has no permission to operate in Jamaica. Interesting details.
I don't know. What is it? What is it with these folks? I mean, a person says here, then all of a sudden they don't have the right requisite licensing or authorization, or so there's nothing. So, they're going to have to get that straight. Oh, I think Uber is something that Jamaica would do well with, but we got to get it right. Do the right thing.
We also have to get it right. And then this information coming from the Transport Authority. So you can imagine how taxi operators are feeling with a Uber now being in Jamaica, and how many of their passengers Uber will take away, and how many persons may feel more comfortable riding with Uber, for instance.
Them alone in it.
Right. Versus, like being stacked in a vehicle with several persons. So,
and when you say stacked, it's literally stacked up. So let us see how that.
But on the flip side too, them being here is tapping into the livelihood of our taxi operators as well. And, let us see what happens. Can it be a situation where they can
coexist? I don't know.
Right? Or even merge?
We'll have to see how that pans out. It is just like what is happening now with the advent of, or the more popular electric vehicles that are coming out. How is the gas station man going to work out? Because it's the same where there is, I have a friend he bought a brand new Tesla in Jamaica, and I mean, it's an all electric car. And they're getting more in the island, and of course they're putting up charging stations around the country. How does the regular gas engine man or diesel engine man going to figure out if these vehicles become the monopoly over time? It's going to cause a problem. So we have to see how that works out too, But me like electric car them still, no lie. Of course, Usain Bolt working for charity once again. The Jamaican sprint legend Usain Bolt will once again flex his football muscles for a global cause through the United Nations Children's Fund Soccer Aid 2021 charity match. Bolt will join Team World, which also features retired footballers and World Cup winners like Brazilian Roberto Carlos and France's Patrice Evra. And Soccer Aid is an annual charity football match which sees a team of former pro footballers and celebrities from England take on a similar team from the rest of the world in order to raise money to support children across the globe. And of course, we want to say big ups, because I think Usain Bolt was actually the captain of the team at one point. And he was the captain again in the virtual one. So let us hope that they raise a lot of money. This is a good cause for the children across the world.
All in all, big up to Usain Bolt, because, he is always, extending a helping hand where necessary.
He's literally a good sport. He's a good sport.
He is
a good
all
sport.
In all.
All right. And of course, I think we're going to go to one of our features right now. It's now time.
I think before we go to the feature, though, Bones, we have to mention that, of course, Joe Boniewella, he will be laid to rest at his Dreamland farm on Friday, June 18. Okay. And of course, he was the second recipient of IRFM's Lifetime Achievement Award. He died on March 2, 2021. And according to his son, Sedenaki, he says that there will be no public viewing of his dad's body. Right. And this is, in keeping with the COVID-19 guidelines stipulated by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the family took the decision not to hold a public viewing. So, fans and family and friends will bid their final farewell to Boniewella.
Blessings and rest in peace, Jabi. Well, guess what? It's now time for the social media highs and lows with Shanice Williams and Tristan Wilson. Here we go.
It's now time for social media high and lows.
Girl, you know so what going on social media.
Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. If them no mention my name, them no feel them not alive.
This and every Wednesday, we've got the online buzz.
I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice.
Let's jump right into the highs for this week. Sprint legend Usain Bolt is set to join some former football stars and other celebrities as they line up to play a charity football match organized by Soccer Aid. Now, the match is set to be played in England on September 4th at the Manchester City's Etihad Stadium. The contest will feature the likes of former England players Wayne Rooney, Paul Scholar, and Gary Neville, among many others. For Bolt, this is the third time playing in the event, whose proceeds go towards the development of the charity, now in its 10th staging. Soccer Aid raises funds which are donated to UNICEF, and this year's funds are expected to go towards the effort of bringing an end to the COVID-19 pandemic. According to a statement released by Soccer Aid, they are hoping to support the organization in delivering 2 billion vaccines for frontline workers and teachers, just the group of people that the charity says children rely on the most worldwide. Bolt had previously played in the 2018 and 2019 games. However, he missed last year, possibly due to the COVID-19 pandemic. At his last outing with a charity event in 2019, Bolt scored a goal for his team against former Arsenal and England goalkeeper David Seaman. His team went on to win the match during the penalty shootout after both teams finished at 2-2 at full time. As you already know, Bolt is no stranger to football after trying to go professional at the end of his record-breaking track and field career. He tried out for a football team in Germany in his attempt to play competitive football. However, he later decided not to pursue a career in football and has since turned his attention to becoming a music producer. So as usual, we'll be tuning into that match on September 4th, so stay tuned for more info.
So in the lows for this week, apparently the self-acclaimed chopper girl Honey Milan has started her forward with the word skilly bang, and frankly social media users don't know how to feel about it. Now, Honey Milan is an upcoming recording artist / dancehall entertainer who did a song with Skilly Bang entitled Chopper Girl, which has amassed over 500,000 views on YouTube so far. So social media users have been making some assumptions as to whether or not the two are dating. Are Miss Milan and Sir Bang dating? We can't say for sure, but this tattoo seems like something that lovers would do. Tattooing the name of your lover on your forehead? Well, one user commented on one of the videos of Honey Milan with the tattooed forehead and said, "No regrets, Chopper Girl. Your forehead, your man. Yam farm, out and bad." Another said, "The wig and that tattoo ain't it. Sure hope you got talent because surely common sense you don't." Persons were basically more focused though on whether or not the tattoo is real. There has been a lot of skepticism, a lot of investigation going on social media. But what we want to know, did she do it for clout? Is Miss Milan a yamhead? Or is it just a tactic to remain relevant? We don't know, but stay tuned to find out.
So from Usain Bolt playing soccer for charity
to Honey Milan's Skilly Bang tattoo,
who do you think took social media this week?
Well, that's for another conversation. Check it before you click it, because once you hit send, you may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye.
All right.
There's Shanice Williams and Tristan Wilson for the social media highs and lows.
We're going to take a break.
Would you get a tattoo of your girlfriend's name on your forehead bones?
No.
Why not? I mean, you're already bald. Like, you could.
Yeah, but why put
could
it
fly.
there? I'm not putting anything on my forehead.
Kishima would look so hot across your forehead.
It really would for a brethren of mine in Atlanta.
That is absolutely wild.
That is crazy. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
It's 8:48. And, of course, hey, you know, when we were just doing that social media high feature a while ago, the brother who we're going to be bringing on right about now, who is film director Marco, he might dead with laugh, you know. I mean, I said to myself, I'll know him still a dead with laugh, you know.
No, I saw that too. He couldn't
help himself, you know. The man had dance with the laugh, you know.
Marco, welcome.
Welcome, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everyone.
All right, good evening. Well, let's put it into context a little bit, Bones. Now, recently, Government Senator Charles Sinclair took the Dr. Horace Chang-led Ministry of National Security to task over its role in serving as an enabler, aiding and abetting the importation and use of props to be used as firearms in music videos depicting acts of sheer evil in an island which is grappling with a runaway murder rate. And this is, according to Senator Charles Sinclair. So now, of course, we have Marco, film director, joining us for this discussion. You have shot, Marco, a lot of music videos that use, gun prop in the video. First, let us just set the basis. Is there like a process or a protocol that you go through in a bid to use these props in, particularly gun props in music videos?
All right. So to be honest, using gun in a video is not really my thing or not really my production thing. We try to, just be as plain as possible. So in that being said, is like I always feel like it's the choice of song that you choose to even shoot. You understand? Because if it's too graphics way, the management or the artists, whoever, say them want that, type of gun or whatever, then it kind of difficult, like on all sides, you understand? Because number one, if you get caught with that, it's trouble. Number two is like you even videoing that, and I just feel like you actually have put out the wrong image in that sense. All right, so just for example, I've been watching a lot of the Nigerian videographer them or the Nigerian artists them or do them thing, and like I literally don't see not one gun in none of them video. You understand? So it's like that. It just kind of like it just changed my whole perspective about music video overall, and guns and all of that, especially just violence overall. Like, I don't really like it, but sometimes we have some artists that say, listen, this is what I want. I mean, a business, okay, really,
I get that. But Marco, one of the things I wanted to find out from you, Marco, and it's just so weird with the correlation of guns and jargons in film, because when Kishima said, I know you're used to shoot, and then and these kind of things. But tell us a little bit now. What is the difference with using a gun prop in a music videos versus a movie, or is it because it's dancehall? What do you think? Is there a...
All right. Well, number one, we feel like a dancehall, and because the government know, basically the violence and the dancehall are kind of clash.
Yeah.
So that because of that, right? But on a different note, I feel like it's a thing where even we as director, I feel like it's a thing where we supposed to be able to can have and use, but just for say, for example, like, all right, we sign a contract or something, say, listen, we have this amount or whatever, all right, so you understand, like something like that, you understand?
Yeah, some
like,
binding
something where we can give a count and say, all right, this is what we have. So if none of them miss anything, we get a config. You understand, like something like that. So therefore, at least we can use it in a more safer way instead of just, we have it and then, trouble.
Do you foresee, say for instance, if the authorities should clamp down on the use, do you feel like this will put a damper on say the creative process of the artist and even you as the director, depending on the type of song that the person wants to shoot a video for?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. We feel like that would actually affect a lot because like in reality, 3/4 Jamaica, not even Jamaica alone, but 3/4 artists basically come from the slum, and things where them see, that them literally are put out in the world now. So at the end of the day, it's like everybody look at it one side and say dancer kind of this and that. But you have to understand, say, literally them pain them are trying to deal with, but because of music them can do, I just so them can talk, and everybody can get up and talk out of their mood or them feel, and everybody program like that.
That's how they express what they've been going
So that is how they express themselves. So if I that them see, if them walk out already and see that, a little that them gonna say in a them song. The difference is I feel like them probably should take up some of the details of it. Like I forgot that in details of one way you have to do and all of that. They like that. I feel like that's a no-no because then they have kids that listen to it. And the honest truth, literally the kids them actually had vibes to it and say the same thing with them myself. So
So you think there's a direct correlation with the narrative or the messages that are being sent out in the music videos, especially if they have guns or guns used in a very violent way? You have a lot of firing and probably blood and bloodshed in the video. Do you think that is something that is influencing the behavior of maybe some of our youths and causing the crime and what is going on in the country? What is your take on something like that in terms of what they're seeing on television, guns and so on?
Honest truth, yeah, it kind of, yeah. It, like it kind of have a impact like that, like honest truth, like if it was for me, like if I could even change anything or anything, I would just like say, hey, what? Just stop all the gun type of song. Like me personally feel like it don't really get you nowhere than just here in Jamaica on a music level. Because in a reality, overseas them, they don't really like even, first of all, they don't even understand what you really are saying in the music. You understand? So they don't even get it. Like, so instead of doing that and just remaining here in Jamaica, as an artist, just sing some more international tune, some international words that people can understand and can relate to. Like that is real music, and with that, I feel like the youths then we have more of a firmer state of mind. You understand? But to sing, but to get up and do this whole gun thing and really like it just don't make no sense, and especially towards what happened now in Jamaica where killing is just every day. It's mad, like.
But let me ask you though, Marco, because I was looking at, like some of your videos, and kudos to you, your visuals look absolutely clean and the quality looks rich. And all of that, but how hands-on are you, and are you able to as the music video director and film director, what is your role on set? Can you sway them to say, for instance, this scene is too graphic, or you think you want to tone it down based on based on your stance, or is it a situation where they're paying for a particular thing and you just give them exactly what they want? Do you try to sway them?
In some situation, yeah, we just have to give them what they want. But if I have talk in it, then no. First of all, I'm not gonna write a script with no gun like that. Listen, using a gun is not really bad enough. It's just the way how you use it. You understand? It can be a security guard, but you not really use it to say, oh, I'm gonna shoot somebody. Like, that's the way how you use it. So if we write a script, it's just the way how you write the script. You understand? So it all based on who write the script and all of that. Sometimes we get already written scripts, so we just have to work off of the script. We can't change nothing, we can't do nothing. We just have to work off of it.
When I hear you talk about, they wish they would just change the narrative of what they're putting out in their music. Like you said, let us sing some songs that are positive or songs that are international or whatever. And then we were also talking a little bit earlier about three-quarters of most of the artists that you work with, they come from the slum, and the gun is all that they know. How would you think that they would be able to transition into changing the narrative of what they're putting out and be able to be positive if it's the gun and the slum and what they've seen throughout their lifetime is all they know to put out, how to express themselves?
All right, on a reality level, I feel like it's kind of tricking. Like the world is tricking, and like in my opinion, them fall for the trick because in a reality, instead of doing all of that, number one, I just feel like every artist should actually be educated, and a lot of them in Jamaica, they are not educated. You understand? And so because of that, it's like them just stuck. Even if them used to see be a gun or shooting on this, there come a time where you just have to just stop singing about that, like
You have
sing
to
about something
evolve.
more conscious and living, you know?
You have to evolve and grow.
Yeah, you understand? Like, don't stuck at the same level. Like, all right. If I say again, do it just for this year. Just do it for this year. Next year, come with a new song. You understand? Just, you know, like.
But Marco, it seemed like you're torn though, because you speak this way like you're not for it, but I have seen your videos where you are shooting it. Like you have
Filming.
captured, like all sorts of scenes. So how are you going to draw a line going forward? And I understand the whole essence of it,
Business.
being a business. It's just business, but also in essence, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. So how do you intend to draw that line?
All right. So, I mean, that question is kind of tricky because
Marco, you can
number one, everything I boil down to is like a business, and on my end, I'ma just try to put out as best as much like good quality work where people can really enjoy instead of I'm watching because it this or that. But it's just
I tell you, Marco, I give you this. If you are a video director who is known that they can't come to you with that because you don't stand for that, you may have a little financial hit initially, but then of course your brand will stand up beyond all of that because they know when they come to you. What do you think about that? You standing for something. And
as she was saying, she went through my Instagram, so I don't know if you realize, but you mostly see more, not violent type of videos on my Instagram.
Well, you did have one of the things that
I have a little bit. I have like
you had a bit of everything, but what I saw is like you are about quality and you take pride in what you put out. So just listening to you talk now, I realize that you're torn, right, Bones? You're not for it, but then at the end of the day, it pays the bills, and ultimately, who feels it knows. I mean, you understand your situation, you know what you're in and what you have to do, but then in the same breath, like we're saying in the conversation, sometimes you really have to draw a line. You really have to stand for something, or else, you'll fall for anything. And we're not telling you to make a decision right now, but, in your thoughts, your meditation and your thinking, I see where, you're already there. It makes you uncomfortable, but also in the same breath, you want to give your clients what they're paying for.
I tell you, Marco, as Kishima was saying, who feels it knows. We're getting a feel for a rap, because that's what we're getting now. And but what we wanted to find out from you, give us your social media handles so that people can get to you in terms of suppose somebody wants to do a video or a film or something.
Okay, so my Instagram is marcovision_films.
Yes.
And the number is 4465281.
Just like
and what
that.
are you working on now? I see where you also do short films. You have anything we can look out for?
Right.
Yeah, actually I have some well, mainly music video. I have some music video gonna release sometime soon. I have some EP have to shoot, so it's just day in day out.
It sounds like the schedule look very good for you right now. We love that.
Yes, because you actually have to pull over on the road right now just for this, because I'm traveling. I'm trying to reach home.
For your host look like you have seatbelts, so that's not right. That's not right. Marco,
you're too good.
Marco, thank you so much for talking to us, and of course, we wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing more of your work. Right.
All right, then. Thank you very much for having me.
Marco,
thank you, Marco.
Man with the safest host with seatbelt.
Marco Vision Films.
Respect.
All right, bless, love.
Blessed love. All right, we're up for our another recorded feature, which is At the Movies with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey, movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody.
Hello.
I see
some of you wasted no time in heading out to the movies. It has been over a week since Palace Amusement reopened its new Kingston Drive-In, and many persons are turning out to watch the latest movies in the comfort of their vehicles. Marketing manager at Palace Amusement, Melanie Graham, says since last Monday's reopening, the number of persons flocking the place of amusement has increased.
We went from maybe 80, 88 to quite a bit over 100, nearly 200, So it's been increasing, and we hope that it will continue. It's really a good evening's entertainment, and a chance to get out.
She is reminding persons visiting the drive-in to observe the COVID-19 protocols.
You need to have a mask, wear a office, and if you get out of your car for concessions, you need to have on your mask as well.
The drive-in opens at 7 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. The movie A Quiet Place Part 2 is currently showing. To hear movies at the drive-in, you should ensure that you have a radio with the FM frequency and switch to the station 88.7. You can also bring a portable radio or even use the radio app on your mobile phone with the headset. Indoor cinemas, namely Carib 5 and Sunshine Palace, remain closed until further notice. It's now time for this week's top 5 movies. At number 5 we have Army of the Dead. At number 4 this week is Without Remorse. Those Who Wish Me Dead takes the number 3 spot. At number 2 we have the series Run the World. And in the number 1 spot again this week is Cruella. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. That's a wrap. Join us again next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Maisha Brody. And that was our feature At the Movies. We're up for a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRIE-FM is...
It is now 6 minutes after the hour of 9 in the p.m. If you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. And, of course, we are trotting through the program. And right now, we have our music artist. And, of course, our music artist is... This is a platform where we create or we have new talent coming in to just expose, tell us what they're working on, what we can expect from them. And, of course, we don't really have much gospel artists in this segment. So we kind of feel nice because... Obviously, this segment has been good to Leon Brown because his Lord has also been good to him. So, Leon, we want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you doing?
We're very good, very happy to have you.
Welcome.
Spread some good news this lovely evening. Gospel, as we'd say.
Yes.
Talk
That's
to us
what
about
I'll do,
your
Yes.
Talk to us about your introduction to music. How did it all started for you?
Well, I can really say, but just before I start, I want to give God thanks.
I thought you were going to give us a prayer or something. I thought you were going to. You want to pray or something?
No problem, we really need it. The Bible clear that if there's never a time we need God, surely we need Him now. Father, tonight, God, we give you thanks for your power. We give you thanks for your anointing, Father. Nothing shift, nothing move unless you command it to, Father. When you open a door, no man shut it. And when you shut a door, no man pull it. Father, you declare it in Matthew 7, verse 7, that if we ask, it shall be given. If we seek, we will find. If we knock, the door will be open tonight. Father, just do what you love to do tonight, God. Father, let somebody by the hearing of my voice, somebody be delivered, somebody be set free. Father, cover us under your blood. Cover this channel, cover this platform under your blood tonight, God, as we give you thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Praise God.
All right, Kishima, you were going to ask him. We just had to bless the interview. No, it bless?
Yes.
Good to go.
All right. So now that it bless it and set it. Talk to us about your introduction to music. How did it all started for Leon Brown?
Well, as I can say, it all started for me because I was born and raised in the community of Seaview Gardens.
Okay.
And later moved down and live in Westmoreland, where actually living right now, you know. And I must can say that while living in Seaview, you know, used to attend the Seaview Garden Primary, you know, and I didn't really find the urge of music at those tender age. I'm talking about like from age 6 to age 12. I didn't find the urge, but at the age of 13, when I moved to live with my mommy in Savlamar, I can tell you, man, that I went to church one night and I can remember me and my sister, you know, they asked us that they want us to do a tribute. It was a New Year's Eve night, you know, and me and my sister, we went up to do a song. The song that said, "You raise me up so I can stand on mountain." And when we went up to do this song, you know, I find myself singing, you know, when I look my sister gone back down, sit down, and I was like, she was like, "Dylan, I'm here if you sing this song, you just run down in this song with me, son." And I'm like, man, hush, man, sis, you know. Everyone was like, you can sing, you know, you can sing, you must take that. And I was like, mommy, how them really I talk about? Them I talk about can't sing because, you know, me grew up with my father, you know. You know, and my father was a Rasta man, you know, Wheeler King from Seaview, and my father was a Rasta man. So, you know, we never did really have too much of this church music in our system, you know, until you come down here. So when somebody said that to you, it's like, it sounds strange, you know. And from that day, you know, I remember a few weeks after I gave my life to God, and, you know, I started singing till I started lead the choir, you know, till I become the director for the youth choir, and I can tell you that from at that moment until now, I never stopped singing, I never stopped preaching the word of God, and I can tell any young person, I can tell anybody tonight that you see ministering for God, it bring a joy. It is such a joy, you know. It's joy unspeakable, trust me. And I can tell you that I remember once, you know, I can share this with you that I remember once when there was this producer, you know, I went to Montego Bay to sing at a family reunion. And when I went there, I was singing another virtuous song. And I remember when singing the song, a producer, I don't remember the producer named Dylan. Yeah, he was a producer and he drive from Montego Bay and come in Westmoreland. And he said, yo, I want you bring in a studio, you know, man. I want bring you up, you know, but he wanted me to do reggae. And I tell him that, I said, nothing is wrong with reggae, but that's just not my genre, you know. And he said that was a joke and so on, you know, but you see, nothing happens, you know, until God ready to move. You understand? When God get ready, you just got to move. And I remember, you know, I started writing songs and all of that. But I can remember that this song, the first song, my first single, Lord, You Are Good to Me. I remember when I write that song, when I wake up after 3 nights and 3 days fasting, when I wake up with the words of the song, and I tell you that I write the song about a year now. I write the song and I put it down, and my mother said, daily the song. Every morning me I go out and, you know, me I sing the song, and me like, you know, when we sing it around people, me hear people actually I sing it back. So like we go somewhere and we say, Lord, you are good to me. And then me hear somebody with it again, and I say, no, sir, we cannot play with the song, man. And I voice the song, and me can tell you that it's been so good thus far. Honestly, you know, God is just been good, you know.
Well, Leon, one of the things that we'd love, you're talking about the song, He Has Been Good to You. We want you to introduce it. This is a song that we want to let our listeners share with our listeners how beautiful and how powerful this song is. But we want you to give it that special intro. We don't really need a sermon right now. What we need is just a quick intro because the time kind of short. But you need to put a little blessing into it. Same way. And of course, we will play it here in studio, but we want you to give it that Leon Brown intro. Go ahead.
Oh, like, as you know, want me to sing it, I just want me to talk about
it.
Introduce it and we'll play it here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this song, Lord, You Are Good, you know, you can find that song on YouTube. It's entitled Lord, You Are Good, and it also comes with an official video. You know, it's the latest gospel song right now. You know, you can find it on YouTube, and Spotify, and iTunes, and on Apple Music, guys.
All right, so here we go. Brand new.
Sometimes you feel like letting go, you feel like giving up. But as the Bible declares that all things work it together for good to them that believe and trust in the Lord.
I think that's the storyline. Yeah.
Has been too good, so very good. Lord, Lord, you deliver me. Lord, you set me free. Lord, I love you. I need you more and more. You never fail me. You protect me each day. Jesus, I love you. And I know you love me too. Jesus, I love you.
All right, so that is the latest single that our music artist Leroy Brown is promoting, and of course, you've been getting great reviews from it.
Trust me.
Tell us a little bit about any other things are you working on? Are we looking out for an album or an EP or anything from
Yeah,
you?
I'm working on an album. My album is entitled Unspeakable Joy. My next single that I'm gonna be released, it's gonna be releasing this month. No, not this month, in July, the last of July. I'm releasing another single. Yes, and I'm working on an album. So you guys can look out for a great project from Leon Brown. Trust me. I'm coming with something to soothe the soul. Say if you're facing depression, oppression, rejection, trust me. Just listen to my song.
Sure.
Now,
Yeah.
Leon, do you have a management team or are you working on your own?
I have a management team actually, my mommy and my daddy. Big up yourself,
Nice.
my mommy, Michelle Graham. Big up yourself, my father, Noel Brown. Michelle Graham Brown, because they're actually married, and Noel Brown. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your social media handles. Anybody wants to book you? You have any Instagram, Facebook? Tell us your names and how do they reach
Yeah.
you?
So my name on Facebook, guys, it's Leon Brown, and on Instagram it's Leon Brown 732. On Twitter it's Leon Brown 732. So if you want booking, you can just visit me, or you can visit me at leonbrown473@gmail.com.
Nice. Lovely.
Do you have any shows in the pipeline? I know a lot of things are closed down, but with countries slowly reopening, are you looking forward to any live performances, and where can we see you?
No, not as yet, but I'm hoping. Not as yet. I just have like some 1 and 2 performances, maybe, concert, like, church events and so forth. Yeah.
All right, Leon, I know that you're a person who has to have we have to have a little balance in life. And of course, tell us a little bit about something that you do or a hobby that you do apart from preaching the gospel or the good news.
All right. So the hobby that I do, trust me, I like to, I like to laugh a lot, so I'll
Laughing
see
is your
around.
hobby?
Yeah. I like to see around people who will, who is jovial and so forth, but like, just to like play a video game or watch a movie, I don't really find all of that interesting, but
you love laugh.
How about cooking?
Yeah, that's my skill. That's my skill.
What's your
I'm
favorite
certified as a certified chef, but I'm certified as a chef. I will cook, but I don't really say love it. But I will cook.
It's not your passion, but you're
No, it's
qualified
not my
to do
passion.
it. I think the music
Yes, I'm qualified to do it.
Your music is your passion.
Music is my passion. Preaching is my passion. Just this is soul stay for the kingdom of God. Trust me, that's my greatest joy.
Do you get the support from your fellow gospel entertainers? Have they embraced you, reach out to you?
All right, who I can say really embrace me, and who really reach out to me is like Jordan Pantry.
Yes.
Jordan Pantry. I hear from her, she talked to me about my music. She's like, Leon, if you continue writing great music like this for the kingdom, you are going places, And like when my songs are ready, I'll send it to her. I say, what do you think about this, Jordan? She said, Leon, oh, it's a great song, So I always try to choose my listeners carefully. You understand? I don't just drag anybody. Say, listen to this, Find persons who is in the industry. I understand? To really judge my song.
Well, Leon, I want to tell you, we want to wish you all the best. Keep spreading the good news, the gospel,
Yeah.
because and you do it so passionately, and we see
And
it in
keep singing from your heart. There is just this pureness about your aura. So, keep it up, and you're absolutely fortunate and blessed to have parents who are nurturing your career, who are there to support you every step of the way, because you may have another situation where, the parents are not there or as supportive. So we wish you all the best.
I've got, and also, I just want to, these set of people don't buy King Jesus
You want to big them up? Go
Pentecostal
ahead.
Fellowship.
Go ahead.
I want to big them up right
Big
out.
them up,
First of
man.
all, I want to big up my apostle Winston George Baker, powerful man of God. God bless you, sir, anywhere you are tonight. I want to send greetings to the youths in King Jesus Pentecostal Fellowship, all those that support me in and around Westmoreland, those overseas. I just send greetings to you. I also want to send big up to Boom Dynamite, that's an artist from Seaview Garden. He support me a lot as well, even though it's not in the gospel industry.
I know
but
Boom Dynamite. Yeah, man. Big up. Scare them crew.
Boom Dynamite. Yeah, the Scare Them crew.
Yeah, all right.
Big up yourself
Scare
all
them
the way.
crew.
And Nathaniel Baker, big up yourself, my brother. Yeah, man.
I know Boom Dynamite quite well.
Big up yourself, right, too. Yeah, man.
Leroy
Thanks a
Brown.
lot. Ashima DJ Bones, God bless you all.
God bless you
thank
too.
you. Big up yourself, Leon Brown. All the best.
Keep it positive.
All right, God bless you. All
All
right.
right. That's our
All
music.
right, Leon
That's our
Brown there.
Leon Brown, our music artist. We say thanks again for talking to us. And we're up for another feature right now. It's now time for Fashion Forward. What's popping with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop.
Catch him on side.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
What's hot and what's not.
hip, and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion.
Reaching out to all original daddy, original father.
Father's Day is just around the corner. So dads, if your kids are grown and out the house and you plan on paying them a visit, or you've invited them out, or even if you're throwing a party, keep in mind that Father's Day is all about you. Father's Day has a more relaxed dress code than Mother's Day. A great Father's Day look asks for relaxed casual outfits. This week, Lollipop gives us the 411 on how fathers should dress as they celebrate their special day.
Alright, so for Father's Day, the fathers them just roll out them Sunday best and dress to impress. You have some fathers like wear them button shirt with them felt. Them fathers that will get up in a age. So for the younger father them now, a straight jeans, a nice dress shirt, and just come out clean. And you can never go wrong when you wear white. White represent enlightenment, glory, peace. Flying a white, you can't go wrong. For the fashionable fathers, if you're spending Father's Day in a formal or semi-formal setting, you can go blazer settings. Some father like to wear them blazer with a mesh marina underneath it. The rude boy father them there. And then some father now blazer with a button shirt and a nice dress shoes. Blazers give off a sharp, stylish and classic look. You can pair this with a leather watch, a dark denim or slim fit pants. Your shoes should match your outfit. Some father them left them crepe. So whatever rocks your boat, whatever suits you, you just wear what you have and just come out. And finally, if the Father's Day get together is at a specific venue which requires a dress code, work with the dress code. Some father left them cut off foot jeans and them something. But for that day, just work with the dress code and just come out clean as a father, because a Father's Day and father them want to feel like a king. And the next thing, whosoever in charge of this get together, make sure hold a beard there and hold up a aisle. And remember, say the curfew at 2 p.m. So no kick off the Father's Day braffins early.
Keep in mind though, classic, casual, and Father's Day go hand in hand. As Lollipop said, once you are comfortable, Father's Day is going to be enjoyable. That's it for Fashion Forward this week. I'm Shamara.
And I'm DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
All right, so that's Fashion Forward with Shamara Preston.
And happy Father's Day to all the Irie dads.
Right.
And and happy Father's Day to all our listeners, all the great dads out there.
That's right. We're up for a break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by Irie FM is...
It is 9:24 in the p.m. And, of course, right about now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going over. We had to jump on our little boat because we run over to the
big ship.
No, we have to use a little boat to get to the big ship. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait for me.
Yeah, man, wait for me. And so we want to say a special welcome to. Yeah. Chino, rotate that screen for you, brother. It's kind of. Yeah, Chino is.
Where is he?
We see you sideways, so Chino.
Sideways.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to see. But we want to welcome Chino McGregor. He's our main guest. There you go. Chino. Rich. Yeah, Rich. You look rich, my boy. How you do, Chino?
Yeah, bless. Give thanks. It's been a minute.
It's been more than a minute, an hour.
It's been a minute, and so much to talk about, though. Chino, where do you want us to start? You want us to start with the festival that you're planning, or start
the
with
album,
the
EP,
the volume 3 EP, 3 volumes? Well, let's start with the EP.
Yeah, let's start with the EP.
So the process has volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And we're talking about lyrics over gimmicks, Gal Factory,
and Rhythm
Rider style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why 3 volumes though, Chino?
Yeah.
All right. So this project came about pretty much from a song I released in January 2020 called The Process.
Okay.
You know, the chorus say, last year never work out, this year I go work out for you. Yeah. It's a slow process, but a sure process. You know what I mean? Right. So after that, I kept releasing more singles. And, you know, I figured it was time now, full time for another full-length album from myself.
Right.
You know, I think it was long overdue. So I was in album mode. Then in the midst of that pandemic hit now and all of that. So, all right.
Right.
I definitely didn't want all these songs, you know what I mean, to just fall on deaf ears.
Right.
You know, so I was still in album mode, but then I figured I needed an innovative approach for this project. Given the space too, you know, everybody's attention span is super short, so I didn't want to just drop a full-length album with 21 tracks, just like that. Right. You know what I mean? And also me, myself, as an artist now, I'm able to, there are different layers to me, musically. You know what I mean? And some people get that, while others don't get that. So I wanted to display that with this project. So hence the reason why I decided to go the route of doing an EP series. So I broke it down in 3 parts. You know, so volume 1, subtitle lyrics over gimmicks.
Right.
So that's 7 tracks that, as the subtitle said, you know what I mean, that just expresses pure lyricism. You know, you put the focus on lyricism, which, you know, has been lacking a lot, especially in our genre. Right. You understand? So I wanted to bring it back to that place. And then we'll follow that with volume 2, Gal Factory. Which is self-explanatory, and I mean 7 tracks tailored to the female fans, you know, the female fan base. Right. So 7 tracks for the girl them. And then we followed with volume 3, Rhythm Rider style, which is 7 tracks again, which is 100% roots rock and lovers rock reggae in its purest form. You know what I mean? So as I said, the different layers. So I broke it down, but when pieced together, you get a full 21 track.
No, you have lovely layers here. Give us some of the ingredients that make up the layers of this beautiful project, these projects. Like, who are some of the people you worked with, collaborations, maybe some of the producers. But tell us all about the layers of the project and, you know, give us an idea. So who you work with, who are some of your collabs, who are some of your producers or musicians you had on the track?
All right. So again, the title, The Process. So, you know what I mean? It pretty much shows my process. Like, personally, it shows, you know what I mean, what I'm thinking, my thought process.
Okay.
And musically, it shows, you know what I mean, my process, my blueprint, how I approach creating songs and making albums. Right. You know what I mean? Which is, you know what I mean, I'm able to do the hardcore dancehall, the not so hardcore dancehall. You know what I mean? And I can flip that switch to, you know what I mean, some sexy songs for the girl them, and I can flip that switch to some roots rock or some lovers rock. You understand? So I'm the executive producer for the project, you know what I mean, through my independent imprint, Jam World Music. But of course, we have a wide assortment of some great producers on the album. So we have like Steve the Genius, of course.
Of course.
We have Emodio, You know what I mean? Another bad producer. There's Ramesh on it. We have Karimite, Landmark Records, you know, out of Florida. We have the great Young Paul, you know, out of Florida. We have CJ the Chemist out of New York. We have Beretta Records in the States also. We have Just Snaps out of the States also, LA. I don't want to leave out anybody. We have Frankie Music. You know what I mean? So we have a nice assortment of, you know what I mean, producers and, you know what I mean, great musicians too, you know what I mean, who will make it what it is.
In terms of
Chino, as you mentioned your lyrics, one thing with Chino McGregor, your lyrics are always on point, and you give us something to think about or stimulate the mind. How do you actually sharpen your lyrical skills to ensure that you still have that wit in your delivery and you're coming up with unique similes and metaphors to spark our minds?
I mean, that starts first with me being a fan of lyricism and a student of the game. You know what I mean? Growing up, even before I decided to pursue music professionally, I was always a fan of lyricism and lyricists and artists that, you know what I mean, that display that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So me being a professional artist now, that kind of stuck with me. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be that kind of artist. And you know what I mean? Just doing it over and over the years, it kind of becomes second nature. You understand? So even when I'm doing like the simplest songs, you know what I mean? The lyricism, you know what I mean? And the delivery with lyricism, you know what I mean? Always have to be on point, you know what I mean? So it becomes a second nature thing.
Well, you know, one of the things, you have a track, Dreams to
Yeah.
Reality. Now, I want to find out how you could have make up something like, you must have more cheddar than Dirty Socks.
Man feel live easy and building, but man feel full of cheese like a stinking sack.
Exactly. No, you tell me now. When we hear
Yeah, I mean, but just like I said, just like I said in the subtitle, lyrics over gimmicks. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? We want to bring it back to that place of pure lyricism and, you know what I mean, clever wordplay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not shading anybody, but you know what I mean, we kind of get too much of the little nursery rhyme ABC. You know what I mean? Gimmick stuff. So we want to bring it back to pure lyricism. You understand? Some thought-provoking lyrics that, you know what I mean, and people listen to them, just like you said. You know what I mean? Them say, whoa.
I said whoa.
Yo, but think about that.
The process, know what I mean? When you're doing the process, I don't know if there's a formula for it, or it is something that you have a template for, but tell us a little bit of the process in terms of putting these awesome lyrics together. Is it inspired? Tell us how you do it.
So there's no set blueprint that I go to when creating. In most cases, the rhythm or the beat or the track kind of tell me the direction to go. So you just mentioned Dream to Reality. So I listen to the rhythm, and you know what I mean, obviously that rhythm didn't tell me to sing a girl song.
No.
Or you know what I mean, something else, or a party song. You know what I mean?
About cheesy foot, right?
Tell me to do something motivational and you know what I mean, something inspiring. So that's what I came up when I heard that.
It's
awesome. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, Chino, you absolutely wear many hats. You know, recording artist, songwriter, executive producer. You just outlined for us. From all these various roles, which one do you enjoy most and why?
Wow, I would say recording. You know what I mean? Because I love the challenge of creating a song, like a complete composed song. I'm talking about fully lyrical, you know what I mean, and it makes sense from intro to outro.
Right.
You understand? And you know what I mean? I love the challenge of creating that out of thin air. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean, a joy to be able to just come in the studio with no idea, with a blank template, and you know what I mean, you come up with, you know what I mean, a fully composed song, you know what I mean? As I said, makes sense from intro to outro. It's very melodic, You have some nice harmonies around it.
Nice.
And you know what I mean, you release it out there and it affect people in all walks of life. You know what I mean, in whichever way it affect them, you know what I mean, not people in your immediate um in your immediate circle, you know what I mean, or even country, but you know what I mean, it affect people in different continents. You know what I mean? So that's the joy for me. You know what I mean? Like just creating something from scratch.
And
in the studio.
and
Yeah.
apart from being a producer and a writer and so on, you're also a musician.
Yeah.
What are some
Yeah.
of the instruments that you play?
I play a couple keyboards, but my main instrument is a guitar. I love the guitar. You
Yeah,
know?
we see your guitar is behind you
Right.
in your studio right now.
Yeah,
I can see them.
And
I
it
can
really
see
helps
them.
with the creative process because you can put whatever you have in memory now to music because you can actually play the instrument.
Yeah,
Do you think?
know, I mean,
Go ahead. Sorry, Chino. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, it add another level of prestige to your thing too. You know what I mean? When you can actually sit and perform your song while playing an instrument. So I encourage every artist to try and learn at least one instrument because it helps you, it helps sharpen your melodies and all of that too. You know what I mean?
All right.
Mhm.
Well, things are winding down as it relates to the pandemic in terms of some countries. I know in Jamaica,
Some
of course,
countries,
you know,
not Jamaica yet.
yeah, not Jamaica.
Not here.
Jamaica still have the heavy restrictions
Right.
at the moment. But have the pandemic basically changed how you have produced or put out music because of this virtual consumption as opposed to being able to tour worldwide?
Well, I mean, this project I put together, recorded, mixed, release, shot the videos, all of that. Majority of that was done in 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, in the midst of the worldwide lockdown. You know what I mean? So as I said, it forced you to be creative and come up with innovative ideas. You understand? And you know what I mean? You get to see the beauty and the pros of technology. You understand?
And
that's the reality of the time that we're in now. So you have to be innovative and creative with it. I wasn't one that, you know what I mean, kind of lay in a corner with my hands by my cheek and got depressed when the pandemic hit. You know what I mean? I took the time to be productive, and this is the end result of, you know what I mean, being that productivity. You know what I mean? The process.
I wanted to take us there now in terms of you were doing all of this in the pandemic. So you diversified and you pivoted because you had to do what you had to do. Now things are kind of opening up. We're getting ready for the Big Ship Music Festival.
Music Fest.
I want you to give us the lowdown on this festival because you're going from lockdown straight to stage now.
Yeah, man. So
where is it? Who is on there? Tell us everything about it.
All right. So this is the second annual Big Ship Music Fest.
Yeah.
Right. It will be at Port Charlotte in Florida.
Nice.
So this will actually be a first of its kind since the reopening in the States.
Right.
By saying that, I mean, there have been shows, obviously, as you can see, but for the most part, you know what I mean, it's just a one artist or, you know what I mean, a couple artists. But this is a first of its kind where you have a full live band performance.
Full festival, yeah.
With artists of that magnitude. You understand? So myself will be performing. The captain, of course.
Of course.
You have Michael Rose. You have Coco T. You have Anthony B. You have Mr. Perfect. You have Itana. You know what I mean? And that's just day one. Day two, which is July 4th, we'll have a night called Six Sound in the Land. You know, which is somewhat of a sound clash. You know what I mean? So we have some big sounds and big selectors that go ahead there. You know, you have like Jazzy T, Renaissance, you have Foot of Hype, you have Kirky C, them, you know what I mean? You have a whole heap of big sounds, you know what I mean?
Right.
I go at it. So, you know what I mean? We're gearing up for a really exciting weekend. The anticipation is high, you know what I mean? Both for us, the performers and the fans. You know, the tickets are moving, you know what I mean? I'm going crazy. So we're looking forward to it.
You know, every week we talk. I'm sorry. Every week we talk to some callers here, and we talk to them about if the place should open up, what is the first thing they would like to go to? And what you just did was what it is. Them said them want to go to a stage show and they want to line up 20 sound in our lawn and hear the big bass line. And then now we're looking forward for that to come to Jamaica. Do you think if we have our systems in place and we're ready to take in entertainment like that, you could bring that festival to Jamaica?
Yeah, of course. Most definitely. And as I said, with a lineup of that magnitude, I mean, it's a no-brainer. That must sell out.
Must.
You understand? Because it's balanced. Because you have, artists from different eras, different genres. Different eras. So, it's a balanced lineup.
Lovely band, lovely.
But Chino, you know what I want to ask you? I want to look at behind the scenes of this festival because I know that you're working alongside your dad, Freddie McGregor. So talk to us about the planning and the preparation for a festival of this magnitude, and especially on the heels of, with the winding down to the end of COVID, there are still some protocols and things you have to put in place to ensure patrons' safety. So how is it going behind the scenes in terms of dotting your I's and crossing your T's?
It's nothing too difficult or strenuous. We'll follow the guidelines and protocols that are set in place. It's nothing difficult. It is what it is, just monitoring things, making sure everything is perfect on the ground. So, yeah, you know what I mean?
I know that Freddie needs to give you more things to do in here.
No.
Everything is he.
I think what it is that Chino doesn't work hard. He works smart.
He works smart.
He works.
Delegates.
You work smart.
Well, a little bit of both, hard and smart.
Yes, and I know, Freddie, the captain is always known to put on great, awesome events, especially.
No, definitely, that is a reality.
Remind him that we're still available to come up and. He did take.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, like Florida is like one of the places to be because it's pretty much fully open. Florida right now is like Jamaica's 15th parish.
Right, it is. Everybody's there. Yeah, it is awesome. So we're looking forward to that show and the date.
So Chino, apart from the festival that's coming up and the EP, is there anything else that you're promoting at the moment?
So right now, we're still pushing the EP. You understand? Outside of that, gearing up for a very busy summer. You know what I mean? Because again, on the heels of the EP, and the way that it's pulling, as the places
open up,
reopen, the calls are coming in, the dates are coming in. So next week I'll be in Maryland, for a gig there. Then of course I have the Big Ship Music Fest. Then from there I'll be in Texas, and the saga continues. So
looking good. It's looking good.
Summer should be really busy. So we'll give thanks.
And we hear of the bookings coming in. Love for you to tell us, how can we actually book you? For the folks who don't know how can we get to Chino? Give us your social media handles and booking information. So
everything Chino McGregor. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Chino McGregor. That's CHINOMCGREGOR. For bookings, bigshipmusic@gmail.com.
Simple.
Now, Chino, Father's Day is on Sunday. You are a dad. Happy Father's Day when it comes.
Big up the boss.
How do you intend to spend the day?
I'm kind of winging it. I'm kind of winging it. It's kind of hard to plan when you're somewhere with a 2 o'clock curfew. You don't have that wide of a window to plan, So
right.
That's winging it.
That's the best way. Wing it and have fun and just enjoy the day to the max. I'm sure they'll spoil you. Right? They'll spoil you. And then we have to spoil the captain.
And you have to spoil Freddie too. You make sure you spoil Daddy.
Yeah, for sure. Always. I was reasoning, having that conversation with somebody earlier too. Especially with the whole pandemic. So this time kind of show us that we need to, embrace what elders more, because we see where, a lot of people dropping like this and You know what I mean? We don't want to wait too late to say, yo, we should have given them flowers or we should have shown love or, you know what I mean, etc. So we need to embrace with elders and just, you know what I mean, family in general too, and the people close to us. You understand? Like we lost, you know what I mean, somebody who consider family, you know what I mean, recently, you know, Dalton Brownie, that kind of, you know, shook up the whole family, you know what I mean, and he was super close to us, you know what I mean, and my father right hand from, you know what I mean, from before my band, from the two of them, you know what I mean, a youth, wear Afro. You understand? So you can imagine how that affected us. So those things serve as an eye opener, you know what I mean? So in this time we have to show more love, you know what I mean? Right. Less bad energy as possible. You know what I mean? So we just encourage love. Yeah.
You know what we'd love to do?
That's a positive note.
You know what we'd love though? You know, Chino, we haven't had you on here for a minute. And of course,
true.
I think it's only right if we could just get a little Chino mix, some nice music from Chino.
I so let Chino introduce that.
Yeah, I think so. Chino, you introduce your mix, and of course,
DJ Lollipop will give us a proper
we'll
mix.
play it from here in the studio.
So Chino mix.
Chino
mix. As in what? You just want me to just call some songs?
Chino.
All things Chino. We're giving them some mixes, or just some music from Chino.
All right, make sure I have them though. If I call them, make sure I have them. You know.
No, you guys just introduce the mix, eh? You know?
I'm going to
don't call them.
All right, so you don't know. We're keeping it locked to EBUZZ,
right?
RFM,
yes.
Roots Rock Reggae
Every
Station.
Time. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And instant musical thing called
the Chino mix.
You understand?
Yeah.
Kingston, Jamaica. Time.
Last
days. What the fittest of the fittest survive. Dog eat dog. Crab a draw them, crab in a barrel, you know. Ragamuffin from the time of Kunta Kinte. From King Selassie, you know. From Cain and Abel. Watch it. Hey. Well, when the dogs touch down, clocks brush down. To how him super flies like him not touch strong. Him have to eat a food because better must come. Not take no talk from the lion, oh him can't trust none. In a week out of the cause I got muffin him say. Anyway the juggling, no silly, now they saw him there. Anyhow it not happen, I had well offering him there. Pitney have to feed, have to set it for the family. Have only by every weight of push and not him there. Ragamuffin never strap you, not go see no bingy there. Rise up all a minike, start it and him finish it. If the Facebook him fit 30 years, them are go fling him way. Ragamuffin, you know? Real lion heart. Have to do what him have to do to survive. Like ends meet, you see? Have to keep them 2 feet firm in the street. Oh yes. Sick. Big up to the friends, the fans, the fakers, and the enemies. Forever keep my brother Craig Dennis in my memories. Think me no remember, enough of them come with the agenda. Say them got you still them chat, you tell me no what kind of friend them is. Enough of them did not know them a pop down and a reminisce. True we got na lead, know them a pre, we as them nemesis. Lyrics to the beats, we have the streets, we have the leverage. Them try to give a prize and split for alcoholic beverage. Hate of them not nothing for do, them have a third. The case I board them every day, them right up on them pour them out. Chino this, Steven out, want to say we slow down. I chat a bag of thing, but tell them we're not afraid and no tongue. Them bad mind, them a try stop with glory. Them never know half of the story. Them a fight to still no war because them never know we're protected. Bad mind, them a try stop with glory. Them never know half of the story. Them a fight to still no war because them never know we're protected. Because him right out for the boss name when me just a boss. Me never advertise my last name. Me not in the music, finna hype no fast fame. Them the plant the can and want to reap up every last grain. Enough of them sell out for try live life in the fast lane. Sister them the firm, them weaker than my Gucci glass frame. Me see right through them, it's like them have a glass frame. Try to break my meds, but tell them me not have no glass frame. Them say we bread, but a true we have the captain. Offspring, them don't know what struggles are we past pain. Street respect, crazy love anytime we go cross pain. Enough of them can't go Fletcher's juice land or pass. Ox frame. Over music, the streets been last day. Everything iron, ziplock hits, ox fame. Haters been all saying, now we my place a half day. What's true, Nestle and Coca-Cola started dancing. Bad mind, them a try stop with glory. Them never know half of the story. Them a
Man too soft, them too short. When me tell you this so laugh, bring it come let me rough it up for ya. So fine, baby, love me, love for ya. Bring it come let me rough it up for ya.
Baby girl, you got me hypnotized, it's like me on a spell. Me and her in the club on the Chrissy and Armadale. And she wine slow, get me on and all as well. She get the water from the well, I ring alarm and all I tell her friend them mama walk phenomenal. She get me to the Valentino cologne where y'all smell. And say, like the listen on the well, chop.
Let me rough it up for ya.
It's not the girl them thoughts, permanent spot in the girl them hearts. Please come over that the girl them hearts. Yeah, you hear that? You never wonder which nigga write this. Pull them up, then make them sleep like a nigga write this. Them never fuck up on a nigga like this. Chino, the girl them a call.
Y'all them a call with name. Them a call with name. Y'all say they are the name. Them a call with name.
Every night me the girl them a pray pan. Rape me like the president like Reagan and Abraham Lincoln. Now be me a roll and now me Rayman. And me boom up stick like a Shaggy and Rayman. Check me from me like Puerto Rican and Bahamian. Couple Asian we came out of me chin and Taysan. One thing me know about me. Me nah left the girl them a talk. Cause the girl them a call me name. Them a call me name. From me a little youth. One thing me mother tell me. She said, don't take up where you can, man. And she said, nothing navy.
Nothing navy.
So me listen what my mother said, and me listen clearly. Me never go round me mother teaching, cause she never fail me. She said, no put no woman pan your head.
Woman pan your head.
Woman pan your head. No put no woman pan your head. No put no woman pan your head. She said, no put no woman pan your head. 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 No liquor. No liquor. From morning, we are hustle and put we all in. When we work, we not free, not stalling. From morning, yeah, that's how we stay. We never ever change. We never ever change. No, we never switch, no, we never miss, no, we never itch none tall. Cause we are rich, so Steve we go mix this beat over this vocal. We don't take that a chat from the snake in the grass. Try stop the paper, we take it to art. Hate and attack them fake from the start. But we still are head straight to the top. Them are the number one slap. When we work, we not free, not stalling. From morning, yeah, that's how we say. We never ever. Yeah, me now. Where's the Delta one up to the club? Then no such, you know. Straight. So we ball out, make the girls crawl out, then we go all out. Buy the store and the shop and them all to the girls and we all out. We and the girls them will never fall out, cause we go all out. Yo, here you know, look you know, alright. Red Bull and Guinness in our system. Pinky shirt, red, green, gold wristband. Boy can't kiss, don't fist this man. These youths are unstoppable. Girl thing, I have to take a quick glance. The time so me have to take a quick dance. Enemies we sight them from a distance. Go dance and jump it up. Big tune play a bad man a pump it up.
Man.
Yeah, Chino.
Yeah.
Catalog, you know?
Catalog, boy, I tell you. And of course,
Yeah.
that's a warm up.
Just listening back to some Chino music and the lyrics.
Nice.
Then I
Mhm.
know how you felt.
Sometimes it kind of surreal, you know what I mean? Cause you know time go by really fast. But it's humbling, knowing that you record some of these songs like over a decade, and these songs are still relevant, and these songs are still powerful, and you know what I mean, there's still a demand for like shows, etc. Based on these songs you've done over a decade, and you know what I mean, when you perform these songs, you get the same response from the crowd just as when you just release these songs. So you know what I mean, that within itself is a joy. It's a good feeling, you know.
And I think it's fair to say that these songs are not just popular songs; they're true hits. They're true.
Hit. Yeah.
Songs have a buzz.
They have a big buzz.
They have a buzz, eh?
Chino, thank you so much for talking to us this week. It's great.
Man, give thanks for having me.
And it's
you
been
know
a
what I
while,
mean?
but
It's always a pleasure.
Let's not be so much strangers again, sir. We have to have you on.
Yeah, hopefully the next time we'll link up and chop it up. It won't be via Zoom. You know what I mean? Hopefully this COVID madness, this COVID cloud will pass, and you know what I mean, we can all be in studio together, and you know what I mean, all the real joy.
Right, of course.
Definitely. And before you go, Chino, you should definitely consider a fashion line, because your shirt have a buzz, and differently, you have that swag. So you should think about, endorsing and embracing your own line. Get your brand out there.
Thank you. I mean, funny enough, I was discussing this with someone probably about a week ago. So don't be surprised if you see something come out very soon. So I'm putting thought into that. So look out for
And I'm sure you'll let us know.
Be on the lookout.
You can say to us, I'm rocking Chino.
All right. There we go.
Have a buzz to it.
There we go.
Big up yourself, Chino. Respect, and of course, wish you all the best with the music. We're looking forward to seeing you in person real soon. Big up, my brother, every time.
Enough love. Respect.
All right. So, of course, that was our main artist this week, Chino.
And of course, and of course, it's now
time. Do we have time to open the phone lines?
No, I do not think so, because we have to do the IRIFM Dancehall chart recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really run dancehall. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them want to know.
Who run dancehall?
Do you really want to know?
Coming in at number 10 for this week, Sean Paul, Skillibeng, Massacre, Everest.
Number 9, Hostage, Alkaline.
Number 8, Ambition, Yaxter.
Number 7, Humans, Nation Boss.
Number 6, Different Type, Massacre.
Number 5, Real Dogs, Alkaline.
Number 4, Dancehall by the Sting, Rigan King.
Number 3, When Me Nice As Summer Go On.
Number 2, Roll Deep, 10 Tick. It's about that time, anyway. It's about that time. The number 1 song for this week on the Guinness IRFM Dance All Top 10 Countdown is Go Down There. Spice, Shaggy, Sean Paul.
She getting good from she rise, but if you can't say good and not to shake how she dies. Smile on her face when she pleased with his eyes. Coming around to me, then girl, I roll out them eyes. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there, wine and go down there. Go down there. Wine for you, sweat and kick off from the body. How you pull and flatter, you can keep up with the energy. All I have in of it, embedded like a memory. Beat and bubble up, it treat it like a felony. What you gonna do when there is nobody that do it better than this reggae guy? I can do this every morning, every evening. I just screaming straight back to sunrise.
Big song, a big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand. Dancehall, I mean everything.
Yep, that was the IRFM Dancehall chart recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack. Yeah?
As I hear our top 10 song on the dancehall chart, Spice, Shaggy, and Sean Paul, Go Down There. Of course, big up to the 3 S's. They will be on the Wendy Williams show on Friday.
Right.
So, big up to Spice.
And they did Good Morning America recently.
July 30, 10.
Yeah.
So it's a good look.
And they did Good Morning America recently too, shot from out of Port
and
Royal.
Jimmy Kimmel last night.
Right.
So yeah, they're making the rounds on international television, specifically in the United States. So it's a good look.
All right, we're out of time, so we want to say a very special thanks to everyone who made the EBUZZ possible. Thanks to our sponsor, Thermo Vibes Distributors, Strong Back Tonic Wine. Strengthen your back to make the attack. And we want to say a special thanks to all the people who made it possible. Thanks to our music artist, Leon Brown, and of course, Chino McGregor, who was our main artist tonight. And of course, it's just great. Oh, Marco, the producer, the film director.
The film director.
Thank you, Marco.
And also big up to our producer, Sandrika Masters. Big up to Peter Broadbach, keeping social media connected. Nicholas Francis, our studio engineer. And hey, DJ Lollipop, him going with himself with the mix.
Him run that dance, you want to see him. Big up yourself,
yes,
Lollipop.
It was a vibe.
All right, so join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Mutabaruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
We are.